Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning's Reading the Red this Thursday morning. Looking at Matthew chapter 9 and we're verse 24. Now, verse 24, when Jesus says these words, it's breaking into a story that had kind of occurred a little bit before. Jesus had been approached by a father who came to him and said to him, "My daughter has just died, but if you come and lay hands on her, she will live." And then we get the interruption of the woman who is a daughter of Abraham, who enjoys this blessing of bleeding stopping. And now Jesus arrives at the house of this guy whose daughter has died. And in verse 24, Jesus says these words, "Leave, for the girl has not died, but is asleep." And they began laughing at him. So Jesus arrives knowing that the girl has died according to the father and everyone in the house. And Jesus says to them, "Leave, the girl has not died, but is asleep." The girl has not died, but is asleep. And these guys, they just start laughing. They say, what are you doing, Jesus? Don't you know what death is? Don't you know that this child, his life is gone from her? And if you've ever connected to death in any shape or form, you'll know when death has come. We had that amazing experience on the football pitch last year, I think it was, when Ericsson died on the pitch. And we saw life just go out of him as he lay down there on the ground. And in this way, this girl had died. She was dead. But Jesus says she's asleep. So what's going on, Jesus? He says, "Leave, for the girl has not died, but is asleep." And in that story, you can picture the feelings of the father, the hopefulness of him wanting Jesus to work a miracle to make his little girl come back to life. And you've got the servants in the house who are already preparing for the flute blowing and the sad words and all the procedure that they go through in order to acknowledge someone's death. And then you've got Jesus turning up and tells these guys to leave. And that question there, why did he tell them to leave? And the answer is because their expectations were on the child who was dead. But Jesus had come to raise this child from the death that she had entered into and bring her back to life. And being around unbelief and an expectation that was different from Jesus would hinder and hamper his ability to minister to this girl. So he says to them, leave. And that reality of getting unbelief away from you, getting unbelief out of your heart and unbelief out of your head is crucial if you're going to step into the miracle working power of heaven on earth. Leave because it has to go. It can't stay. If it stays, you won't be able to minister in unbelief. Not even Jesus, when he was in Capernaum, was able to minister in an environment of unbelief. And so we need to hold fast this principle that unbelief is an enemy of faith, and we need to get it out when we try to minister the miracle working power of God on earth from heaven. Time is gone. Bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow.